All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Okar Kodash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. And, I want to do a very quick lesson on a picture I took this morning at a Starbucks in my region, right? And I honestly, me and my rib, we probably go to the Starbucks on 4 to 7, like damn near almost every day, almost, and in the time period of doing that, in the last year or so, one thing that we've noticed is first, and then I'm going to add into this that I used to work for Starbucks years ago, so I understand how their shipments come, their hours of operation, and so on and so forth. So as you can see on this picture, their new hours are going to be from 5:30 until I think 4. All right. Yeah, 4 p.m. Now, typically, in most cases, some coffee shops are 24 hours. Think about Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, some cases, maybe not now, but in the past, were 24 hours. The inside might shut down, but they would always have a person inside where you can go in, you can go up to the drive-thru and get you a donut and a coffee, because they understand you got, as right behind me, ambulance workers, firefighters, police, truck workers, sanitation, however, But now they're closing at 4. When I used to work there, they would open at 4 in the morning, open at 4:30, and open at 5 in the morning, right? And then close at 11 at night. Okay? This is that grinding ceasing, all right? Now, like I said, I wasn't gonna make this too long because, again, it gets to a point where there's not much to really be said about these things. It's just reporting on it, This is Ecclesiastes 3, and it says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few." And see, this grinding is ceasing. All right? It's hard to find people to work. See, again, keep in mind what I said, this picture. Their hours now are from 5:30 in the morning to 4 p.m. Okay? When I was working there, probably going on almost 4 years, 5 years now, going on 4 to 5, it's years ago now at this point. I was an opener, and I had to get there at 4:30 in the morning. I had to get there at 4:30 in the morning so that we could open at 5. And then, so the grinding is few. Part of this is not having enough supplies and workers. Because see, the way that Esau set these jobs up, and it's not just Starbucks. I'm just touching on Starbucks simply because A, I used to work there, and B, it's in my personal opinion, there's not many food service companies that you're going to find bigger than Starbucks. Okay, Starbucks is literally you would have to compare Starbucks to a McDonald's. And McDonald's is no different, okay? No different whatsoever. Matter of fact, I'm going to share a story real quick to show you how connected these places are. So one morning, about a few weeks ago, we just got up, did our morning run, went to go get a coffee, pastry, whatever, And when we went, it was closed. And it was like, damn, okay. And it was closed for several days, just out of nowhere. No, it wasn't, because they were doing the payment or anything. It was just closed because a lot of these places don't have supplies. So then we were like, damn, what we gonna get? Just something quick, So then, hey, I will admit it. All right, I hadn't done this in a long time, but we went to a McDonald's. Ain't get nothing crazy. Just literally a coffee, an orange juice, and a plain biscuit, and a hash brown, shit like that, But the point of it all is that you could tell that there was a shortage in staff. Because, see, in that first window, it's typically 2 people that work that window. That window only had 1 person. So I'm saying that the grinding is ceasing because there are few workers. The working staff is not there. For whatever the reason, whether you want to say it's for mandates, whether you want to say it's because people don't want to work, it's more profitable to just sit at home, But the Lord said that it would be this way. I'm not going to get it because I'm driving. But Isaiah the 19th chapter, the Lord said he would send a perverse spirit into Egypt. And a perverse spirit is basically backwards. See, you would think 10 years ago, I used to think, when the world was going to end, we were all just going to get fired. Like, not necessarily people were going to just quit, but the scriptures tell us that. So you see now, this is coming to pass. All right. So this perverse spirit that's out here. Now let's keep going in this. All right. And it says, in the day when it says, and those that look out the windows be darkened. See, now, whether you notice or not, 4 o'clock, think about that. They just opened a few hours ago as a coffee shop. Now, again, some people may not understand the culture of coffee per se, because there's level. There's some people are just a simple, give me a cup of coffee from the gas station and keep it moving. But see, why this is strange. 10 years ago, your local Starbucks, your local coffee shop, even a Dunkin' Donuts, all right, had a stronghold on the society to the point of, that's why your Wendy's, your McDonald's, these places are having to step up their game on the inside, because what was happening when I was working at I worked at a coffee shop years ago. It's pretty much been my job because it was always easy, and I made my money, tips kept me moving, but in the spirit of it, these places would stay open from 5 in the morning till 11, 12 o'clock at night. When I used to work at a coffee shop 10 years ago. They would stay open till 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning on a Saturday and a Friday. But now Starbucks, the king, the pinnacle of coffee shops, right, is closing down at 4 p.m. Do you understand that defeats the purpose of coffee shops? Coffee shops were places where people would meet, where see what happened is that during the mornings and afternoons, you have business meetings. So people would meet, have interviews, so on and so forth. And then after about 5 or 6 in the evening, right, on the other side of the work, see, some people would come in and get coffee because they might be going to work. See, there's always time, because if the grinding is going, see, you can really tie in coffee in coffee and caffeine usage to the society being shut down as well. Because see, and years ago, like even when I was young, I'm talking about college days, I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. And the Dunkin' Donuts I worked at when I was younger was 24 hours. Because why? Again, just because you go to bed at 8 o'clock don't mean a lot of people ain't getting their day started. You can't forget how much of the population are getting their day started in the nighttime, going to a factory, right? They need a coffee or some caffeine to keep them going. But now you shutting down at 4? What's going to happen soon is more places are going to follow this trend. It's going to be 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and damn near all these places is going to be shut down, man. You're not going to be able to just continue to get food from these places and drinks and supplies. Okay? Reading going. Let's finish up this. And it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the birds, and all the daughters of music shall be brought down low. And come on now, just look at it, man. The doors are being shut. Go into your Walmart and really just walk through that bitch. Like, don't go in with I'm saying, don't go in with the mind frame of you got to go do grocery shopping and you concentrate. No, really walk through and gauge it now. Walmarts are doing a lot more remodeling. They're pushing aisles tight together to give you the visual or the idea that it's packed. It's all an illusion. This is all smoke and mirrors. You're in the mirror house at this point. This is over with. That's why I said the supply chain is breaking. I never in 1,000 years thought that I would see coffee shops doing what they're doing. And anybody that know me know I could write books on that industry. Okay? I could write my own book behind that industry. Trust me. So that was never the premise of that industry, was to shut down at 4. You're going to start seeing more Starbucks shutting down. And if you start seeing Starbucks shutting down, understand Starbucks is a top tier company. It's not no little company. All right? Your Taco Bells, your KFCs, your McDonald's, your Chick-fil-A's. You're going to start seeing Chick-fil-A's close, not just being closed on Saturdays or Sundays. They're going to start closing on other days. Watch. You're going to start having Uber drivers, the Uber Eats deliverers. They're not going to be making deliveries at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night soon. Not because the city tells them they can't, but because they don't want to. And that's going to stop a major portion of these restaurants from making profits. I remember I picked up a man, and I'm going to close up here because I hit my scripture, but I'm going to close up here with this story, right? I was doing Uber Eats, and I was doing Ubering. I haven't done Uber in probably, since this pandemic started, I haven't done that. I picked up this guy maybe 4 years ago. White guy, old guy. Anybody that's familiar with the city of Atlanta or the region, or matter of fact, if you just been here, you're probably familiar with Landmark diners, right? Those are the diners that are here down in here down south here in Atlanta area. The Landmark diners, right? Late night spot. And I picked him up, and the man told me, he said, man, all these restaurants, if it wasn't for Uber Eats and deliveries, all of these restaurants would be shut down because they can't keep up with the cost. This was 4 years ago. I just want you to understand this. That's why I'm sharing this account. And I did a lesson on this that many years ago. But you're talking about 4 years ago, this man was saying to me, these little restaurants and stuff, most of their money is made through deliveries. Because when these restaurants got to be open, they got to maintain a staff and all of these things. That's why you're seeing so many stores, restaurants closed down. But understand, when they start getting affected by their delivery side of things, they're going to start losing big, man. Okay? So with that, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Kakodash. Until next time, Shalom.